All right, Gordy. Second sweep of the season, closing out the homestand strong, and your line kind of got things going. I know it's been a tough start individually for you all. How good did it feel to kind of get a few on the score sheet heading into conference play next week?
Yeah, I mean, it always feels nice. But our line just clicked today. It's one of those nights, kind of the bounces go our way. Had a few nice plays, and luckily we got some goals for the team here.
What are the emotions right now?
Everyone's pretty happy, obviously. 6-2 is a good record to start with, and that's what we were shooting for. Win 3 of our 4 games each segment. So we'll enjoy this tonight, and then get back to work on Monday for conference play.
What are your thoughts on your team's physicality tonight?
What was that? Sorry.
Your team's physicality tonight?
I liked it. I thought we made an emphasis on it going into the game. We had to finish through bodies more. We were kind of flying by the puck yesterday, not stopping on pucks, and it wears teams down. And you could tell by the second period, it kind of got to them a little bit.
And just what did you think of the team's effort this weekend?
I thought it was awesome. I thought we had some rough patches in a couple of games, like 4 or 5 minutes here and there. So we'll have to clean that up and play a full 60. But I was happy with everyone's effort.
All right, Josh. Kind of the first big breakout performance by your line this weekend to close the homestand and the month strong. I guess overall thoughts on how the team came out tonight to close out the sweep.
Well, we knew we needed to come out hard, and I think we did a pretty good job of that. We controlled a lot of the first period, and we're fortunate enough to get a few bounces. And then in the second, I thought we turned it off a little, but we weathered their storm and responded, and turned out really well for us.
What was the key to weathering that storm in the second?
I mean, at that point, I just think we were getting outworked a little bit. They were in sort of a do-or-die situation, and we knew that if we just keep pushing, we need to match their intensity, and that was just winning those battles. The more we kind of sat back, the more momentum they got, so just continuing to win those battles was huge.
What was it like captaining this team this weekend?
It was awesome. I mean, everyone was positive throughout the weekend, and it's easy when everyone plays the right way, and as long as everyone's doing their job, it makes everyone else's job a lot easier.
You mentioned it a little before, but after such dominant wins, what do you think your team can still improve on?
I think just making smarter plays sometimes. There are times when we try and force things that aren't there, and just continuing to chip pucks behind their D and use our speed as far as forwards go, and just as a whole, just making solid, smart plays with the puck all the time.
6-2, obviously a great start for first month of the season, but conference play starts next week as one of the seniors with still a lot of freshmen getting their first taste of the league next week. What kind of has to be the message starting first practice at the rink on Monday?
Well, it's got to be hard. I know I've said that a few times, but I think that's the main theme. We have a really tough conference, and I think our new guys know that. It'll be a good test for us next week for sure, and I think we have something to prove.
All right, Coach. Closed out second sweep of the season and 6-2 for first month of the season entering conference play. So what are your overall thoughts on how the team came out tonight?
Obviously, very pleased with the outcomes this weekend, especially tonight, and I believe our team has gotten better over the course of the month in terms of playing with and without the puck. Proud of the effort that the guys have given, not just in games but in practice. So obviously a huge month for us with everything that's happened in the off season, and a good start for our team. It's a good building block now, and now we can focus on our conference play here for a couple of weeks, and we know how hard that is, and how hard you have to prepare, and how well you have to prepare during the week. So I think our guys are up for the challenge, and it's going to start on the road, and we're looking forward to it.
Second period, when it was still 1-0, Colgate kind of put a little bit of a surge together early in the period, got some big stops out of Ryan Larkin before ultimately turning that game around and getting a few more to get some breathing room. What were some of the adjustments that got made to kind of turn the tide back that way when Colgate was coming for a little while?
I actually like that the Colgate team. They push really hard, and they've got some skill and some big bodies that just force you to make some mistakes. And I thought Larks played great in that. He kept it at 1-0 for about 3 or 4 minutes when they were coming hard. And there was really no adjustments other than just get back to what we were doing early in the first, and making sure that we were managing the puck well, and making sure that we were winning our little battles, and we were focused on the details of the game. And once we started to kind of get back to that, I thought we started to turn the momentum back on our side. Obviously, a huge power play to make it 2-0, and I thought we played pretty good after that.
What does it say about your team not letting off the gas and playing through that storm?
Well, again, I think in college hockey today, there's so much parity and so many good teams that everybody's going to have a push, and you're going to have to learn to bend but not break. And I thought we bent a little bit, but we didn't break, and we stayed in our structure, and we got back, and our bench was really good. Our leadership was really good in terms of getting everybody back on the same page. And you still got to continue to play, and I thought we did that in the third period as well.
After such dominant play this weekend, what do you still want to see improved?
Dominant, I don't know if it was dominant. Obviously, we won 2 games, but I think I said this last night, as a coach, you always feel like you can get better in all areas, and that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to dissect it, and I still think we got some areas that we can shore up. And ultimately, our timing and our detail work, our battle level has to be high. We're going on the road against a conference opponent. We got to be ready to go.
Obviously, there's a lot on the plates of players like Melnick, Hutton, and Green, who've been relied on for some offense over the last couple of years in all situations. How big is it to kind of see them kind of get well on the score sheet this weekend too?
To me, it's what people want to talk about in terms of pressure and stuff like that. I think the team that we have is a very close team. And when you have a close team that works hard like that, there is no pressure. It's just a matter of going out and playing your role. And I think there's a little bit of a fun element that has to come into play when you're playing at this level, in terms of knowing that you've prepared well during the week, knowing that you've done everything that you can, that you've mentally prepared, that you're emotionally invested in the game, and then things just start to happen. When you start thinking about, I got to do this, I got to do that, that's when the game goes a little bit south on you. And so, to me, the focus of our guys, whether it's Melly or Hutz or Green or whomever, Karch, is to just go out and play. And we know, and that if they prepare well and they're mentally ready to go and emotionally invested in what they're doing, that things are going to happen. It might not happen every night, but it's going to be better than not. So to me, whoever wants to talk about that, that's fine, but that's not how we talk in our locker room. Our locker room is all about family. It's all about team. It's all about structure. It's all about doing things together and making sure that you're in your role and you're ready to go.
6-2 after the first month. Conference play starts next week, especially with a young team that's growing up on the fly over this past month. What's kind of the take home message when everybody comes back to work on Monday?
Same. Come back to work, ready to go. We gotta get better in the areas we just talked about in terms of with and without the puck and the details of the game, and making sure that our timing is good and our battle level is at a high level, and we're ready to battle here come Friday.